Here we go. Welcome to Disco Elysium Let's Play, episode 14. Stream Merit, nice to have you here. What can't you do with Boss Rush? You can't get to Boss Rush, or you can't beat Boss Rush? I find Boss Rush easy, except for getting there. Okay. All right. Well, let's just jump right back into this. What did we do last time? I have to refresh my memory. Oh, I think we need to go back to the church and speak with... Oh no, it's nighttime. That's right. That's right. We're gonna be going to sleep. So we are done for this day.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Let's enter the shack. Hey, that's fine, man. There's nothing wrong with that. People have different tastes and different opinions. That's all. You had Ipecac and Spoonbender. Ipecac is, in my opinion, the most powerful item in the game, but it's also one of the most dangerous, so not surprised.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it...
Alright, I think it's just bedtime. Let's go to bed.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let's go to sleep. It's 11:20.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on Ferrotape.
I like either spinning in eternity or spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming? Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep. studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
Hello, Golden Apples. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of glass cannon. I don't ever use it or take it. What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Sorry about that, guys. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. A friend of mine is calling me, but we're streaming, so not gonna happen. Sorry, buddy. The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the money, baby.
No.
For the greater good.
Yes.
For Revocol. Always and only Revocol.
That too.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
No. We're making progress. Measured, steady progress.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
That's interesting that the voice said changing around him, while the words say changing him. Those are two very different things. Is the world changing me, or is the world changing around me? Is it me or the world that's changing?
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
I'm pretty sure I slept more than 3 hours.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Cool. Open our eyes.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
What is it?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control.
I don't think they
The
do.
center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Wait, I thought things were going pretty well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
I feel like I could answer any of those three. I assume the most qualified and highly credentialed people were taking care of that stuff.
But have you ever seen them? How do you know they're even there? More importantly, how do you know they aren't waiting for your participation?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What exactly is la responsabilité?
The most awesome, terrible thing.
What does that mean?
It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
Okay, that makes sense. Assigning responsibility for the murder.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues. The human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
All right, give it to me. I'll accept responsibility.
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority.
Really?
Like a committee.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez.
Who decides who's even-keeled?
Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start.
My half-brother? Who the hell's my half-brother?
Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
And what happens once we've assigned responsibility?
Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee.
Sure.
Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
All right, yeah, I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Can we shave again?
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight...
No, we've already shaved. All right, we're good. We're good to go. Just gonna go get some lip balm. My lips are kind of chapped. All right, got my chapstick. Heading back to the living room. Sorry, just gonna put some stuff on my lips, and we'll continue on with the game. Should only just take a second. Much better. Okay. Let's have a look at our log. See what we have in store for today. What can we potentially do? Form a committee of moralists to assign responsibility. Kim might know where to start. Okay, so we'll talk to Kim about that. There's some kids are supposed to have the armored gloves, right? Ask the little girl in the fishing village down the coast who knows something about the armored gloves. Okay, so we can do that. There's also an area in the northeast that we haven't checked out yet. So Kim, kids, northeast. Joyce. Okay, we can wash the jacket. I should be writing this down. I got too many things to do. Let me grab a piece of paper and a pencil here, and I'll jot these down. So, talk to Kim. Talk to Joyce. Kids. Northeast. Wash jacket. What else can we do? We can go talk to the chick in the church. Just write down church. What else? Call station and call library. I'll put them both on the same thing. And then we can check out the island and the boardwalk. Check island. Check boardwalk. First things first, let's talk to Kim. How many points do we also have? We've got 3 points. I kind of feel like maybe we should open up another one of these. This only has 2 minutes left. Could be a superstar. Physical instrument would be good. How many do we have open? Okay, I got a few. Don't really care about the Wompty Dompty Center. The Litany of Contact Mic. Oh, that's the boxer. Fairweather T500. Really hard to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't leave even a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. There's still must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is, possibly by beating yourself while wearing it, shooting yourself. Let's see. Okay. We don't really care about finding out our date of birth. Art degree is cool. I like either superstar or physical instrument. I feel like what's better, strength or cat? Don't step on the laptop. Sorry, guys. Okay. You know what? Let's do the physical instrument. So let's open up another spot. Let's unlock. Let's internalize that. There we go. 40 minutes and we'll have it. Okay, let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Kim, we need to talk about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
Well, what do you mean?
If you ask me, it's past time for you to lay off the street drugs you've been abusing. They really aren't helping us solve the case.
I'm not abusing street drugs, you doofus. No, I meant like la responsabilité. You know? The kind that gets assigned?
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
For this whole situation.
Now I understand.
The lieutenant nods his head gravely.
Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility.
How did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee.
If you say so.
You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villedroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
Oh, okay. Let me jot that down. Go back to apartment. We can cross off. Talking to Kim. We talked to Kim. Oh, man. My eraser was covered in cat hair. Surprise, surprise. Talk to guy in APT. Okay. Man, there's so much stuff to do right now, it's ridiculous.
If I were trying to get in touch with the Coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion.
Okay, so... what is that called? The hotel or whatever? So you have to talk to the guy in the hotel first. The cigarette smoking guy.
Now, was there anything else?
So I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
What is it? You can tell me, Kim.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the... Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Not saying anything else, dude. We're done. You can't compliment me on my shaven face. Alright, let's have a look at our list. So, okay, that's on the other part of the city. We can... Joyce is close by, the kids are close by. Let's do the kids maybe next. See if we can talk to the kids. The church is close by. We can call the library because there's a payphone. And I think that's it. So let's start off with the kids, see if the kids are playing.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Hello, Robert. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. So far we have... we slept. We now have to form a committee of responsibility. It's really weird. And yeah, we're just trying to figure out what to do because we've got a fresh day and a whole lot of things we can do. So you must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
She is. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Let's talk to the other kid.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Alright. Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Says the lieutenant.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Well, I guess that's it. So I don't think those are the kids we were supposed to be talking to. So what else do we have here? What is important? We could go to the northeast, talk to Joyce, or the church. Let's go northeast. Let's explore the rest of that area. Alright, yeah, these people we haven't talked to yet. I wonder if this is the cryptozoologist.
Here we go.
It
Nice
is.
and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto fascist. Interesting. Was the other guy?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary! We can go soon! If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Okay, cool, so we can go talk to Lena.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Oh, hey, Dylan. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here, man. Crypto-fascism sounds highly experimental. It does. It's very, very interesting sounding, that's for sure. What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
Cool.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialized techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant.
Really?
One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to me.
Seems puny, to be honest.
What sort of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
it's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Huh.
But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Ghost insect, so you're ghost hunters?
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an extant species of phasmid.
Alright. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Aren't there more sensational animals out there?
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head.
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says briskly enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
He's talking about the drugged up punks.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
What is parthenogenesis? Parthenogenesis?
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Females reproducing without males? A travesty. A crime against passion and common sense.
Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, My interest is strictly dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Interesting.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out.
Okay.
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
He says with some pride. Apparently not going to tell us more about it. No, I think it sounds likely. I'm not going to say that. Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession, just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid. Although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
So you've never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found? There's quite a few, actually.
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
And the other 2,082?
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Hugo Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Agreed. Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the third.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
Cool.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or opinion.
Not trying to sway his opinion. What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play, just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
His eyes narrow. Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Arnold? I'm not too sure if I know what that means. Let's talk about specific cryptids.
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one. One of the best cartoons? When I think the best cartoons, I think of Drawn Together and South Park. And then there was that one about that satanic dog. That was a good one. What was that show called? Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Okay.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees.
Yes, Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles is the best. I love Mr. Pickles. Oh, that's awesome that you know Mr. Pickles, Dylan. He says it in a self-explanatory, everyday manner.
They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Sounds like that. How did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
Shoot.
A lavender shadow.
He smirks.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined.
Funny mushrooms. Sounds delicious. Darkwing Duck was awesome. I loved watching Darkwing Duck. I watched it every morning before going to school back when it was coming out. What was that? Probably like mid-90s. Super Jail. I'm not familiar with Super Jail. Let me jot that down. We'll have to check out Super Jail. Where can I watch Super Jail?
Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
Adult Swim? Okay. There's an app that I use to watch TV shows for free, so I'll see if it's on there.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Tell me about a cool cryptid. Any cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely need to go talk to Lena.
Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
He brushes an errant strand of hair from his eye. Enough tales then. Let's change the subject. Yeah, I've tried watching Metalocalypse. I wasn't overly impressed with Metalocalypse. It had its moments, but...
By all means.
He coughs and wipes his mouth. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair who seemed to be on the run?
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
I'm not going to tell him to return. He can spend as much time as he wants out here. It's not my business. I already told him that his wife's concerned about him and looking for him. We can always go back and tell her that we found him and that he'll be on his way. I'd much rather he do what he's wanting to do. He's a grown man. I'm not going to tell him what to do. I'll get going. All right.
Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot put ball. Could it be that... Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
Let's check our bonuses. +2 physical instrument if shirt slot is empty. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we need to remember that. Facts are for binoclards. Okay. It's cool. Code monkeys. Interesting. I'll jot down code monkeys as well. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, another one I couldn't really get into it. Hey, Michael McSaucy. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Yeah, we were discussing Drawn Together as well. Drawn Together is phenomenal. Code monkeys. Hopefully I can read my writing in the dark. Doesn't look very good, but hopefully I'll remember it. Okay. Yeah, we're done talking to him. Let's keep... Oh, there's the other dude.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
You have a weird voice, Gary.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Yellow man?
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates? This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
What the hell does that even mean? I'm reading the second one. I've been trained to identify the slightest hint of degeneracy by the preeminent authority on it? The hell does that even mean? That doesn't make any sense. I swear, sometimes it's just like word salad. They're like, oh, I'll just put a whole bunch of words together and it'll sound like it's really smart. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
It's weird. People were pronouncing it Revachol, and now they're calling it Revocol. Why the hell did it all of a sudden change? His gaze shifts to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
That's what I just said. Isn't it a mouthful? And it doesn't make any sense. Like, I swear. A lot of the dialogue in this is like fart sniffing. It's like smelling your own farts. If you know what I mean.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
You said Revocol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
He nods solemnly.
The stupid way?
Maybe it's not stupid. People pronounce things differently. It's just... It's weird.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps.
Maybe he calls it Revocol, like alcohol. He's saying that they're all a bunch of drunks. I think that's what he's implying.
It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably. Garbage. You're a true patriot, and you know how it's said. The Savannah way. The fine way. With an elegant s.
Don't be a fart sniffer, yep. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Incredibly dumb and equally suspicious? A little bit. He seems... What's the word I'm looking for? Unique? Guilty as charged? Nah. Nah, he's not guilty. He's just... He's odd. He's an odd fellow. Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes. The burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
What's a burning rhino?
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the male.
Why only the males?
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
How so?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly.
Burning ring of fire.
Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should.
Wouldn't it be easy to find them if, like, rhinos are big and they're on fire during the nighttime? That should be easy to find. Loudly.
The lieutenant sighs, without looking up from his notes. It's clear that burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual.
How do they burn?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, It looks as though it has wings of fire.
They have special ducts just above the shoulder blades that secrete combustible fluid.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
How does the lighting of this fluid actually work?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat.
What?
It stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
This seems unlikely.
Yeah, well, Revacol used to be a flaming rhino once, a long time ago. That seems unlikely too, doesn't it?
What?
Super solid argument, Gary. Can't argue with that.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Thank you for your cooperation. Can we get through? No? No, we gotta go around? Alright. Alright, sounds good, Merritt. We'll see you in a bit. So, we already talked to these. I think we're kind of done in this area. Can we get around? That's blocked off. There's the phone. We can call the library. I don't think I can get around there, because this leads to the dock, so no. Okay, let's go. Can we get down? No, I think we have to go around this way. Let's go call the library. Let me also jot down to go and talk to the dude's wife. Talk to wife in hotel. Okay, we explored the northeast, so I can erase that from my list. Yeah, let's call the library. What a desolate land it is. Truly.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
I don't want to dial a random number. I want to call the hell's it called? The library. Okay. I'm not dialing a random number. Let's just leave. Maybe we'll call it from the vehicle. Okay, so what else do we have? Let me cross that off. We'll do that when we're back in town. So we can do the church or talk to Joyce. I think those are our two best options right now. I think Joyce is somewhere down around here. Oh, here's the church. Well, might as well do the church. The same address the lead programmer of Fortress Accident was looking for. You know what, guys? Pepper's starting to bug me about food, so I'm gonna go and give the girls a little something to eat to tide them over, and I'll be back in like 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. All right, I've returned. Sorry if that took a little bit longer than 2 minutes. Let's go talk to Joyce.
Yes, what is it?
Only 3 kitties, but yes. We can try to convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. I'm not going to threaten her. Let's talk about the 2mm hole again.
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
No, I guess there's
Great.
nothing new.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can increase our suggestion. Might as well. So currently suggestion is not impacted. There's -1 suggestion. There's -1 suggestion. Hey, there's +1 suggestion. Should be pretty much like impossible to fail it now. We look pretty good. White boots, blue and white jacket. Cool, like, do-rag thing. It's a good look. Sweet glasses. I like it.
Yes, what is it?
92%. Okay, we can't fail this.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Ha ha ha. Is this the filament you're looking for?
No, that's the production schedule you
What?
stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
You liar.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Yeah, that's right. I did start with a busted pair of sunglasses. Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the off-site copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the off-site copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
I found a note from the Ice Bear fridge. It said the off-site copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the off-site copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislav.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The off-site copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
I don't know of an ice cream maker, woman.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Oh, that's right. I found the ice cream maker but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
You're annoying, woman. Why can't you go and get the filament yourself, you stupid twat?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
What if it does emit elemental evil?
It doesn't emit. It receives. You sound just like her. She started praying when she first saw my rain. Turned to higher powers.
She is a shrew, big time. Ooh, speaking of shrew, have you guys seen the movie Shrew's Nest? Phenomenal movie. It's a Spanish movie. Highly, highly recommend it. Write it down.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, what is an offsite copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer. The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
If you guys want another awesome Spanish movie, awesome thriller, it's called Sleep Tight. Highly recommend that as well. Spain makes some awesome thrillers.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
Didn't we already say that?
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
I'm not going to tell her about the dead body in the fridge. Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks.
Alright, let's add that. So, ice cream maker, add that to the list. So we can cross off the church. Taking care of the church, but now we need to go ice cream maker in basement. But we need a stronger crowbar, because I remember that it was saying that the pry bar. Oh, she thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. That's awesome! Holy crap!
And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
That's awesome. Cool. That is sweet. All right. Okay, what else do we have in this area? Talk to Joyce? I think that's it. I think we just go talk to Joyce. Yeah, I don't talk about it too often, but I'm not a fan of Hollywood and American movies. I find like most of them are pretty terrible. But like Spain makes some phenomenal movies. I love Korean movies. What else? Okay, Joyce, I think, is maybe over in this direction. There was a dock. There's a dock somewhere here. Ooh, can we get into this with the pry bar? Let's have a look at that awesome pry bar. Flashlight. Oh, here's the Kvalsund KR+2 multi-tool. Whoa! That thing is awesome! I want a Kvalsund.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Alright. Ooh, we should save. We haven't saved in a while. 728? Must have saved it just as we finished there. Autosave at the church. Okay. I guess I must have missed that. Where the hell is Joyce? No, she's not here. Okay. Let's keep walking along the coast here. Sure, we'll run into her at some point. Yeah, saving's important. I just didn't notice that it did the autosave. Must have missed that. I think I was talking about the movies and the countries that I think make actual good movies, as opposed to the American garbage that we get around here. Korean cinema is breathtaking. Absolutely. Have you seen The Wailing? The Wailing is an awesome Korean movie. Oh, here it is. Here's Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Hey, about my missing badge again.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
You'll never guess what. I found my badge.
Did you? Wonderful.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, the faded green pearls of her eyes scanning left to right.
She's memorizing your badge number.
Interesting.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands.
Yeah, Golden Apples. I also wanted to go to Japan. Japan was at the top of my list. It was actually the next country that I wanted to go visit. But I've talked to somebody. He's actually a Twitch streamer. Sorry, gotta spray the cat because she's being a bad girl. He's actually a Twitch streamer known as Portal Walker. Anyway, he has been to both Japan and Korea, and he actually said that he would advise to go to South Korea instead of Japan. He said it's a better experience. So, but yeah, I'm with you. I also want to go to Japan. But I think now I've bumped up Korea ahead of Japan based on his advice and suggestion. I've already heard about the connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Do you know where I can find some more of this, ceramic armor?
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching.
Wow, okay.
Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Do the people change locations? Yes, actually, Joyce changed locations. Joyce was originally in Martinez, on the dock there, in the northeast. And now she's over on the other side, on this this islet. So yes, she's changed locations. Cigarette Smoking Man was first by his apartment, and now Cigarette Smoking Man is located in the hotel. So yes, they do. Hello there, 97. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Investigation upon investigation here in Martinez, racing towards some dark, deadline.
Maybe the investigations can team up, you know, share resources and intelligence.
They won't. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect, before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put...
She leans against the wooden planks.
If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms.
Wow.
Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater de Bois.
What does that mean?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Oh, the game is getting serious. Yeah, because we're kind of going back on track with our main murder investigation. We got really sidetracked there for a few episodes.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the Colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
I know the woman you're talking about. We have it under control.
Good. Then you've made progress. It's imperative that you move fast. The Tribunal will not be patient.
Yeah, the story is excellent. And I enjoy the side stories as well. But definitely my favorite part is the main story. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
Yeah, I don't know people's eye color, man. If you ask me, like, what are my friends' eye colors? What are my family members' eye colors? I can't tell you.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body, and Glacier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
I hope to never have to be like a witness at something where I'm like asked to describe what somebody looks like, because I think I would totally suck at it.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Crenell.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
What are fourth world countries? Heard of third world countries? Man, third world countries are shitholes. I can only imagine how bad fourth world countries are.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
Sounds like a constant war zone with atrocities. It does. It does.
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
You mean maybe that's what a fourth world country is? Not only is it poor, but also war-ravaged? Or in the midst of a war? Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Oh yeah, maybe like the tribes that just live out in the wild and have zero technology or anything like that. That's very possible, Robert. But the thing is, like the first world, second world, third world, fourth world, I think it all refers to countries, right? So, like, these tribes, there's not, like, entire countries made up of these tribes. They're, like, tribes within countries that are, like, their own little segments. If you follow what I'm saying.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Matter of days, not weeks. Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're likely to be armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Oh. This is why I want to think about the armor so I can figure out where to aim when I meet them so I can actually shoot and kill them. Huh. But I don't have a gun yet. So you know what? Maybe once I get a gun, then I can explore that thought path.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Vigilantes, the RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Sent by the Pines, clothes didn't fit right. Scab leader built like brick. Let's do the logic. Pretty much unless we get Snake Eyes, we'll be able to get this. No kidding, Dylan. No kidding. I feel like, I don't know. My character started off more as of a doofus, and now he's showing that he's quite skilled. That's what I feel. Alright. Where are these mercenaries? It's a red check. Unless I get Snake Eyes, we'll get it.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
The scab leader. So are they talking about the guy that's on the ground? Okay, yeah, that's definitely it. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates. The scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
Okay.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
You said contain the situation.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Revachol West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now can you tell me about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
Thanks for finishing off my statement.
It was taken with a trigate not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Gonna say nothing.
Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Delorian century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
That's very cool. What travels did the dead man make? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, when I was trying to get undressed. That was kind of funny.
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
It's pretty cool.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor. And these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
You're right. Not a good idea.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
Agreed. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think we're done, Joyce. Thank you very much. You were very, very helpful. That was awesome. Okay, let's cross off Joyce. We're done with the Joyce. What else do I have here? I think what we'll do is we'll go... Let's head back into town. let's head back into town. Actually, you know what? I think we can, can't we? Yeah. Let's go and open up that ice cream fridge in the basement. We'll open up the ice cream fridge in the basement, and I think that's probably where we'll end it. And by it, I mean the stream. We'll leave the rest for Sunday. We'll do some stuff in town. And, yeah. Nice autosave. And then we'll come back. I'll come back probably about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes after I finish this stream to do the Lonely Mountains downhill daily ride, because I haven't done that today yet. And that'll be it for tonight. But first, we'll go and do that freezer in the basement. We got this awesome tool. You know what? Let's try to lift some weights. Let's take off our shirt. Is it shirt or jacket? I think it's shirt that we're supposed to remove. Maybe jacket as well. Cat, you are driving me nuts. +2 physical instrument if shirt slot is empty. Okay. So, can we get any more physical instrument? I think only from the wife beater, but that gives us 2. Sorry, that gives us 1. And we only need... And the other one gives us 2, so... Yeah, okay. I don't think anything else affects our physical instrument. It's a pretty good look there. Bow tie and no shirt. I like it. It might be locked, though.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
I'm kind of coached by physical instrument. It says +1. It should be a +2, though. I might give myself more physical instrument. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. You know what? No, let's just try it. Let's just try it without.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
All right, here we go. Let's lift this. 58% chance. We got this. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Hell yeah.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can take permanent damage.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
I don't think we can take permanent damage that I know of, but we can take temporary damage that we can then heal. So the red health, the 3 red bars over my character, Those are my health, and I have 7 healing for health.
Good technique.
Alright, let's leave. I was hoping for something better than that, but oh well, that's alright. I was hoping we would get like a permanent upgrade or something, but oh, we need our flashlight. That's why we can't go here. Tools. Cat, I am ready to spray you with water like you've never been sprayed before. It's kind of cool how you can't enter an area if you don't have the right thing equipped. All right.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Let's look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above.
I want to find that second
or
dice.
Several voices talking to each other. Near the echo is so prominent.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate.
Let's just leave. I was hoping I could find that second dice.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-crank ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Damn, okay. Well, you know what? Let's try. If we fail, I'll put an extra point into physical instrument and we'll try again.
Ice groans and howls
Got
under
it.
the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid
Got
pops
it.
open.
It's wicked.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
That was really good. We made 2 things that had 58% chance of success back to back, which is really good. Take the filament memory.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Ooh. I do want to know what's on it. I really want to know what's on it. Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Yeah, the graphics are great. I really like the art style. It's very, very stylish. Okay, so here's the question. Are we respectful and just give it back to her? Or do we print it off and see what's on there? I wonder what's more important, knowing what's on there or potentially having her pissed off. You know what? I want to know what's on there. And now the second question is, do we find out what's on there right now, or do we do it on Sunday, on the next episode? You know what? I think let's leave it for next time. Let's leave it for next time. That way, when we read it, it'll be fresh in our memory, so that when we go and talk to the what does she call it? Like the programmer. Truth above all. I like that, Dylan. I like that. That way, it'll be fresh in our mind when we go talk to the programmer. So, thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We'll be back again on Sunday. We do this twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays, same time, and we'll move the story along. Cliffhangers rock in your eyes? Awesome, Dylan. I like that. I like that. It'll sink its claws into you so that you want to come back for more. Alright, guys. As mentioned earlier, I'm going to be streaming Lonely Mountains Downhill Daily Ride in about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you want to come back and hang out with me for that, awesome. If not, I'll see you elsewhere. And yeah, take care and have a great afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this. Bye-bye.